castle. King of the castle. Go back to my page so I can find out when this one pops
Ding, ding, ding. We're live.
up. Hey, what is it? Episode 113.
13.
I forget because I can't believe I'm here 2 weeks in a row.
Or we just call it just Coffee and Bullshit Infinite.
Coffee and
Episode.
Bullshit Infinite. I like it.
One day.
Great to have you all here joining us again. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for your support.
It's another Saturday, another week of living in the great state of Illinois. Right?
Yeah, man, the stuff's getting tighter with the. I don't know if we're gonna beat this case.
Oh, I think we'll beat it. It's just going to take time, as anything.
I just hope we beat it before January, so you don't have to register anything. Nobody has to register anything.
To register, I do not understand that word.
It's just stupid that you automatically become a felon. It's so dumb. I can't stand it. Why? Today I'm not, but January 2nd I am. Why am I not showing up? On Instagram Live?
No. TikTok Live.
That's why.
Yeah. We're in Instagram.
I have
because we get more people on TikTok than we did on Instagram.
That's right.
So why not do it on there? To see there's already a bunch of people on there. Join. People are joining just to see two ugly guys on a talking platform.
I can't see that far away, so.
No, I just see something popping up over there.
Getting really sick of being blind at my young age.
Blinded by the light. Dressed up as a douche.
By now. Oh, so one thing I saw is Harvard and MIT got together and said that they have now a formula for reversing aging. Oh, Vietnam vet. Thank you for your service. My father was a Vietnam vet. That's awesome. Thank you.
If they did reverse aging, to how long? I mean, how long would that extend your life?
I don't know. I don't care about the living longer. I really don't give a shit about that. What I
Just
want is
looking like you're 30 at 90.
Oh, I want my knee not to hurt. I want my back not to hurt. I want to not, when I get injured, I don't want to take 6 months to recover. That's what drives me insane.
Well, then you would
it's legal to carry in Orlando?
Oh yeah, in Florida? It's Florida.
Open carry wasn't legal. Open carry is legal if you're fishing or hunting. You can open carry.
I'm not sure on that part.
I know on that part for a fact. In Florida, you can open carry if you're on your way to coming back from fishing or hunting. So there's a guy on TikTok I follow and YouTube I follow.
Yeah,
it's called the Armed Fisherman. So he tests out that right in Florida all the time with cops. It's crazy. So some know it immediately. Some don't. Nothing. Yes, he said, yeah, open carry. Oh, that's crazy. Full time. So was that just a new law that was passed?
Because they have constitutional carry there.
Not open carry though.
Steve, Mike, what's up, guy?
I said it was only if you're hunting or fishing, but open carry, that's awesome. Like I said, constitutional carry, I always see less weapons than I do when I see concealed. But
constitutional carry just means anybody can carry, but I'm not sure if it means open carry or concealed carry.
But you can't open. You can conceal, but you can't open.
Yeah.
DeSantis passed it on 7-1.
Yeah, I thought so.
Our governor will probably do the same. I'm sure he's right behind him. Our Illinois governor will probably do the exact same thing.
Yeah, right.
Right. Not open. That's what he said. Not open. Yeah. You can carry, just not open.
Yeah.
Unless you're hunting or fishing.
Yeah.
To from or coming back from.
Jabba the Hutt, I don't think would do that.
No, he said he's going to probably just go with the Constitution. He's going to follow the Constitution.
Yeah.
Rather than just trample on everybody's rights.
Yeah, that's really the Supreme Court really needs to start getting down on what the law means, right? What constitutional right. And now they want to pass that for what Supreme Court justice for ethics.
Oh,
I'm like, seriously, now they want to change it after all these years because so stupid.
Well, what other of our rights are there? Is it conditional on? Right, freedom of speech is the only condition is you can't yell fire in a crowded movie theater, right? You can't. Your speech stops where you start hurting other people.
Correct.
But most of our other rights don't have conditions with them. The Second Amendment has conditions, and the Second Amendment,
Fourth Amendment,
right? Yep.
The
Second Amendment can be taken away, and you have to go through a jury trial to get it back. So the Second Amendment, if someone red flags you, they come and take your weapons. The only way you get them back, they don't have to prove you guilty of anything. The only way you get them back is you have to go to court to get them back to fight it. So you have to prove you're not guilty rather than presumed innocent. There's no presumed innocence when it comes to this, to the second.
Yeah. What do we need, Mike? Can you actually use some more jerky of all three? I don't know, probably 2 boxes of each.
Why is guys asking, what's your opinion on that? No training. The concealed carry.
You know what? That's a tricky part, because when the people do get a gun, hopefully they have gone to a gun shop, right, and get some training.
I think you should have to have training.
Yeah,
honestly, because I've seen so many idiots with guns. I see idiots with guns at the range all the time doing really stupid shit that I can't believe. I'm like, here's someone who just bought a gun, had no training, just wanted to go buy a gun, and is stupid with it. Like, you see all the mistakes you learn here taking concealed carry class, you watch them repeatedly. I watch them at the range all the time.
Mike said he'll bring some grenades, which are dummy grenades.
Like, nothing's better than I watch someone who fans the whole crowd at the range, whether you think the weapon's empty or not. But I've seen them fan the crowd. I've seen people grab the gun by the front of the barrel, hand over the muzzle.
I don't know. I think somebody who expels a gun on their premises by mistake is usually just an accident, right?
Let the bullet finds a person.
Yeah, and then it's not an accident.
But when have you ever cleaned a loaded gun?
Never.
But the only time a gun misfires at home is the answer is always, I was cleaning it. Right? Yeah. I was cleaning it. I was cleaning my loaded weapon. When have you ever cleaned a weapon? How do you accidentally fire?
Somebody wasn't checking the chamber, right? There's. Do
you ever pull a trigger when you're cleaning your gun?
No.
Me neither. So how do you?
I don't keep my finger on the trigger.
Right. So how do you fire a gun when you're cleaning it?
Well, you have the cloth, and you're in there trying to get the crevice out, and it pulls.
That's what it is. That's 7 pounds of cleaning force.
Yeah.
On the trigger, like you're scrubbing the trigger. I guess. That's. I think there should be some training if you're gonna go out in the world and carry it. Now that's a condition on the second. I guess. So I guess in some circumstances I'm okay with some conditions.
But you still have to pass your background check.
Yeah.
To buy a gun.
Yeah, but there's nothing in the background check that says this is an idiot.
No, there is no.
This is an idiot.
No, there is nothing. I would, but yeah, if you're gonna be an owner of a gun, at least find a good somebody to train with. That's the best part.
The worst is holding your Glock and your fingers in the back of the open barrel. Ouch! Yeah, no shit.
Or what was that picture of those ATF guys, and they're looked like he was loading something, and there's an MP40 there, and the barrel is aimed right at his nuts. Treat all guns after they're loaded, but
yeah, I've seen accidental fires. I've been standing next to somebody when they accidentally fired their gun.
It happens. I think we all know somebody,
especially with a single action weapon, man. It's
double
easy.
Action
and double action on the second pull comes so easy on the double action that I've been pointing the gun, and like every once in a while you accidentally get that second round off because that second pull is so easy when you're firing, like boom.
Yeah,
boom.
From double actions.
Yep, you're squeezing.
Single action is
right. What's the problem is on a double action, you fire that first round. If you lose grip a little bit, your natural action is to grab it before it falls out of your hand, and that's when you accidentally squeeze that second round. It's such a it go from 7 pound to 3 pound in the second pull? I think
it all depends on. It all depends.
I think on the Bretta, I think the first pull is 7 pounds and the second pull is 3 pounds.
I mean, at least with a single action, you can do the cool cowboy tricks.
Yes. Yes. You can put it in your holster and shoot your.
That's right. You can do that. I haven't done it yet.
3 days in Florida, is that the waiting time? 3 days? Florida.
Jesus Christ, what the hell picture was that?
That's you.
Yeah, I know, but why was?
Because it's the home picture.
Oh,
that's not Gun Barrel Coffee. It's you, dude. Believe me, some of these springs and magazines go weak. Yeah. Yep, that's true. Springs go bad.
Yeah, springs can go bad.
I mean, the best is the best recoil spring is in the AK, where it gets loose as shit, and you can bump it. Yeah, bump fire with doing nothing.
Yeah, you really don't need a bump stock to do bump firing.
It's hard. It's hard though. If you got a good spring, it's hard to get it to.
Well, new tight springs.
Yeah, it's hard to get the bounce going.
I know Mike knows how to do some bumping.
Ooh, wise guy shot his finger with a 22. That must have hurt like
that. I
can't imagine how much that hurt. Which finger? And do you still have part? How much of it did you lose?
That yeah.
Because I imagine that was really point blank range.
Went off with a bang.
Well, here's what I want to know: did you actually feel the heat, or just the impact? I just want to know if you get shot, can you feel the heat of the round?
I don't know. I haven't done it so.
Because sorry, I misfired. Wow. But you know how hot the casings are. Like.
Well, yeah, but you got the powder coming out of the barrel.
Yeah, it's got a heat. Yeah, and the bullet has to squeeze, compress, go through that barrel. There's a lot of friction, super fast. So that round come out has to be just blazing hot.
Yes, there are some weapon systems. All you need is a carpenter's pen, and I know which one you're talking about. But that's the old models. You can't do it with the new ones. Let's see. That'd be an M something something something.
I was shot in both legs and in the chest and arm. Jesus.
While he's pulling his own trigger?
No. Oh. That was here, but now I'm shot in both legs and the chest. Oh, I'm glad you're still here. Glad you made it through. I had to be hell. A lot of heat for sure. Yeah, you could feel. See, got shot and legs. You could feel the heat. You know, I don't even know how hot a round comes out of there. I'd be interesting to see like a 223. How hot is that bullet when it comes out?
Yeah, that's interesting. I wonder what the heat.
I think I'm
surprised. You know what, they had to do it on Mythbusters or something.
I mean, the barrel gets hot more. I think not just because of the explosion, but because of the friction.
Well, it depends. Is it your first shot, which would be your cold shot? Then after that, the barrel heats up, right?
Yeah. But there's a lot. So what makes it hotter faster? The explosion of the gunpowder, or the friction of the rounds going through
it? Let's see. LinkedIn user, try a Colt Walker 45 long Colt. Very accurate revolver, and very old too. Oh yeah, those
Colt
are
45.
Yeah, the Colt, the single action Colt.
It says very accurate.
Oh yeah, those things. The old cowboy guns, they're pretty accurate.
The revolver?
The Colt Walker? Yeah, revolvers are.
I don't know what the Walker. From what distance? To 8-10 feet?
Well, probably like anything else, you know. Probably up to 25 yards or 20. No, not 25 yards.
No way. 75 feet? Shit.
No. But I mean, you could hit something because if the barrel's 7.5 inches long, you had a good stance, you could.
Mm-hmm.
Touch your barrel after you fire some rounds. Well, we all know you don't touch the barrel after you fire some rounds. It's like trying to change out a 249. You know, you got to do a barrel change. Make sure you have the glove. Hot enough to brew some coffee, yeah, or bacon. Somebody wrap?
You don't even know your shot, except the heat shows where to look. Oh, that's interesting.
Mike, if you see, so
you can feel the burn, so you know where to look real quick, because you can't feel the shot because it goes in like nothing. I imagine it's so fast you don't even know that, but you feel the heat.
Well, it's probably like a good knife. It's sharp. You won't feel the cut.
Yeah. I wonder if it was slow enough, it would cauterize the wound on the way in, so you wouldn't bleed out. That'd be better.
That would probably be an incendiary round. use that.
No, that would. No, I think that would suck. No, that would suck all the way in, the whole way, because then you really absolutely see it coming, right? Because regular bullet you don't see coming, but incendiary round or a fucking tracer, the tracer you'd see coming the whole way. I mean, it's still so fast, but you can see it coming, and you'd be like, shit.
Well, if you wrap your barrel, let's say a fully automatic AR with bacon, and then
that's how you get gun barrel coffee. Might as well get gun barrel bacon.
Yeah, gun barrel bacon.
That would be good. I saw
cooking bacon while at the range.
Did you ever see him destroy the minigun? The video of it?
Not destroying the minigun.
So I watched one where they in Vegas. They went and thing like, how many rounds does it take to destroy a minigun?
It would have to be a lot because you have 6 to 8 barrels.
Can we? And there was the thing. Can we even destroy it? Yep, they were able to. So they took a. It was a belt, right? It's belt fit. Yeah. So they just took an endless belt. They made a huge endless belt. It just kept going, and you watch the thing. It gets to white hot, like even beyond. And then you just start to see the thing break down. They took like a huge string. They made a huge extra long belt of it.
I mean, it's 3,400 rounds in a minute they can shoot off.
Mm-hmm.
That'd be a lot of.
It's a lot of rounds.
A lot of rounds.
It was some thousands of rounds, but they want to see, like, can you destroy one?
Yeah, I think we'll just have Mike try it out. See.
Yes, he buys the rounds.
He buys the rounds, and we'll test it on his weapons platform.
Nice.
Warsaw, welcome back. Yep, good things are happening bit by bit, slowly. Delaware's AWB is in SCOTUS. SCOTUS desk, hopefully, and ours, once the 7th gives out their ruling. Yeah, but they're on hiatus right now, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yep, Judge Benito out of California is also reading their cases. Yeah. So yes, things are moving slowly but surely. I think California will soon. You know what? I think California, if they do get some freedom, of course their liberal government there will find a different way to change something else up. Just need more people to vote red than blue. What did I see? Something on stupid on TikTok. It's like showing like where all these reds are, and then a little bit of blue, and then blue just fanning out throughout the whole United States. I'm like, yeah, that will never happen.
It may have fanned out to Austin, Texas, but that was about it.
I don't know how Austin got so blue.
Because everybody from California moved.
I know. It's Texas and California.
Have you seen what a shithole LA is now?
Oh, LA, San Francisco.
San Francisco looks
New York, Philadelphia, Chicago.
The one that's really bad is Kingston Street in Philadelphia.
Yeah.
Is where all the fentanyl people are just like frozen like zombies standing on the fucking sidewalk. Well, they were showing a video the other day. I thought, oh, back in Kingston Street. It was San Francisco. It was so bad, like, oh my God. And then the guy was walking around, was like, oh look, there's shit. Oh, there's shit. Oh, there's shit. Oh, there's shit all over the streets. So
well, you see now that Texas put up that barrier in the water, the floating.
Oh, I didn't see that.
Yeah, they put it up there, and it's stopping people, and some people might have been injured or whatever, trying to cross it, trying to get under it.
People keep dying on the Rio Grande.
Oh yeah, people are going to die.
Like it's in death on the Rio Grande to get across that river.
And so the government is going to sue Texas because it is stopping people from their progress. It's a border crossing. Make them go to a point of entry and come in legally.
No, that's racist.
I know.
It's racist to say they're illegal.
Yeah.
Although it's illegal and you're breaking the law. Just like if we as Americans walked into any other country, if you were like let's say you were like an army soldier and you walked across the border to North Korea.
I wonder what would happen to you there.
I'm sure they'd be like, oh, give them amnesty. Oh, do you want free medical care? Oh, thank you, you undocumented immigrant. Every other country in the world would arrest you immediately. Your ass would be in jail and you'd have no rights.
That private who crossed the border, he was trying to get out of trouble, right? Because he spent a month and a half or a month in a South Korean jail. Then was going to get in trouble back in the States because, you're on the blotter.
Mm-hmm.
but in his wisdom of thinking, I'll just go to North Korea.
Mm-hmm.
But you know what? The last person who did that back in the 70s became a movie star. He crossed over the border. Lives well in Korea.
Really?
Yeah.
That's
awesome.
Awesome.
Lives well. He is treated as a celebrity there. So maybe he wanted to do the same thing. Maybe he does. Maybe he'll play basketball for the Korean team.
North Korea. I'm guessing the privileged and the wealthy there live a different life.
Oh yeah, you know they. But do.
Like, fuck, no internet.
Only for those who who are not in the wealthy area, right? Those are not privileged. So you can't tell me Kim Jong-il is not sitting there on his phone watching.
Right. Everything's banned. Like the Bible's banned.
Well, yeah, there's
everything is like
Christianity.
You only get there's 7 haircuts available. That's it. You can have.
What happened if you're bald? Do you still get a haircut?
I guess you get put in front of a rocket launcher.
Yeah.
And I still can't believe that guy killed his uncle that way.
What a way to go! He was a rocket man.
Fuck! It's so fucked up to think like, let's just put somebody in front of this thing, just launch rockets through them. I mean,
he was experimenting for their first outer space mission.
You know what we could do is if you get caught as like a child pornographer or child molester, we parachute you in to North Korea. Then we're not killing you; we're just dropping you off.
I kind of like it better, that island in the Indian Ocean, that there's tribal people there that eat you.
I like that too. Yes,
that'd be a good place. Feed them. They could have an endless supply of food.
I think you do To Catch a Predator, and everybody gets caught. You put them in a van, throw them in a plane, and just parachute them into North Korea. Let's see how they do.
With no training, so if you make it down, you survive. But if you don't, you just burn in.
Yeah, that's perfect.
That'd be the way to go.
Yeah.
Warsaw here said, put a border around Chicago, Cook, and DuPage.
I remember a couple years ago, the guy was next to us at the gun show was like, we're going to make 2 states. I'm like, yeah, crazy. Now I fully agree with him. Now I fully agree. It was a crazy idea at the time, but now I'm like, yeah, that makes the most sense. You can make a liberal island in Illinois. You have whatever, liberal Illinois and conservative Illinois, because no conservatives here get any representation.
No. What they need to do is just like what they did in North Dakota or South Dakota, where they split it right for the election.
Yeah, there's 3 or 4 other states that do that.
Yeah,
I think it's the only fair way so that there's equal representation.
Because here in Illinois, conservatives are outgunned here.
Yeah.
Well, we can't say word gun with the liberals.
But
in the state of Illinois. No, we can say gun. We just can't say assault gun. A fully semi-automatic weapon. Whatever that means.
I hope
people who know nothing about guns.
Some of the candidates throw their hats in the ring here, because I'm very scared about with the split amongst the conservative side between DeSantis and Trump. That
I think they'll come together.
I don't think so.
And join forces.
They're so against each other now.
Now it's a political thing. They always do that. Just like in the beginning in 2016.
I think you're splitting the party. So I think you're splitting the party, and we're going to have President Harris.
No, you know what? What was that? JFK Jr. Not JFK Jr.
Yeah, Robert Kennedy Jr.
Yeah,
I like him.
You know what? I don't mind him because he's still kind of an old school. I didn't like the way he said he would ban all assault weapons.
Yep, I don't like that.
Right.
Don't like that at all.
Because his uncle would have never done that.
Right. I don't like that.
Or
part.
His father.
What sucks? So I don't like that part. And there's like a couple other things I didn't like, but what's crazy is I like some of the stuff he says a lot. I'm like, wow, this makes the most sense. Somewhere there has to be some uniting.
And he can do push-ups.
But there has to be some uniting between the left and right. It has to come back towards the center, some uniting to get anything done.
Yeah.
Because the divided shit does not work, right? Lincoln said it. Country divided cannot stand. It's not. But goddamn it. It's so far one way or so far the other way that it's so ridiculous.
Oh, you see it. I mean, like the song that came out, Try It in a Small Town. Try This in a Small Town.
Yep.
Which is number 1 over, because CMT won't show the video. Still didn't know CMT even showed videos, or MTV. I didn't know it's like what we were kids, you know, you want to see the latest and greatest videos, you either watch MTV or CMT or something like that, right? And I haven't seen videos in a long time unless you go on your phone.
Yeah,
but you know, it wasn't showing it's racist. It's just a song about what life like what Geneva used to be when we were probably 40 years ago, right? It was a small town. Everybody kind of knew it was working class people. You know, he tried to.
So I just wish a constitutionalist could win, an independent party person could win. That's all I want to see. My belief is the Constitution is fine. You don't need anything else. And if you're not bothering me or hurting anybody else, have your freedom. Do what you need to do. If I'm not bothering you with what I do, leave me the F alone. That's it.
Yeah.
Leave me alone until that's something I do crosses over into your territory or affects you or somebody or hurts somebody, then just leave me alone. I don't understand why all the other shit has to go on, really.
Yeah. Well, like Mike is saying here, like to see a president running talk about banning parts of the Constitution. You can't do that from the executive branch.
Yeah.
So just shut the F up.
Yeah. Well, you think of like look at all the stuff now. The FBI, who I thought was like the bastion of integrity, turn out they're garbage.
Well, yeah, they've been hiding stuff. New documents coming out about the Biden's dealing with Burisma, right?
Yeah. Then there was just the other whistleblower came forward and said again that they had the case and they were told not to move forward with it. So,
yeah,
I mean, it's so ridiculous. I can't even stand it anymore.
I mean, you want to see a crime family? You got the Clintons and the Bidens. That's a pretty good sized crime family.
Hillary should already be in jail just for Benghazi.
Yeah,
there should have been no question. That was 100% pure treason.
You know what? People, you know, like you say here, watching South Park. We all watched South Park when we were kids. I still watch a couple episodes every now and then. Today, some of the new stuff. Yeah. I mean, you know what? You watched, you know, as grown up, the Flintstones, Woody Woodpecker, Tom and Jerry. You know, some of the stuff on there. What was the one with the rooster? Foghorn Leghorn.
Yeah, Foghorn Leghorn.
Right. I mean, it's just cartoons. Nothing to be offended about.
I don't have a problem like all that shit's hyperbole. There's some shit that was like, I watched some of the shows we watched in like the 80s. And I'm like, damn, like.
But it was.
I didn't realize how brutal some of this shit was. There was some stuff where it's like, women were garbage. Women were garbage in the 80s, even on shows. Every woman was a dumb woman who had no right to say anything.
On some shows, I would say, yeah,
it was bad. Like it was like things I loved, shows I loved. I walked back and I'm like, holy shit! Like I was a kid and didn't really get it, but it was how all society was at the time, so you don't recognize.
Well, would that also see?
I'm okay with progressing in some aspects. I don't think we should go back to the Stone Age. I don't think anybody should be able to impose their religious beliefs on me if I don't have those beliefs. I don't think that should be anything to do with how decisions are made.
No, if you want to do you do you. It's know,
right. I don't think your religious beliefs should have any impact on the laws in the country. I really don't care. Your religious beliefs are your religious beliefs.
Yeah.
I want to impose my beliefs on you. Don't impose your beliefs on me. I think that's simple. You know, I hate that there's no open dialogue. It's hard to have a conversation. You can't debate the other side because their belief is anybody who doesn't believe what they do. They've been told that they're evil. The only reason that they don't see this thing the same as you is because they're evil. So they've been so ingrained and so taught that it's unbelievable.
Well, let's see. Still can't believe Taylor Greene exposed those pornography pictures of Hunter screwing a prostitute.
Oh yeah,
yeah. You know,
showed him in open in Congress.
But I mean, is it the right of the people to see that what that person has done? I don't know. I mean, what's the right?
What did someone say? Like, she's the number one pornographer this week. She has the most. Her pornography had the most views this week out of any pornography produced this week. So she's the most successful pornographer this week. Even if we get all their weapons, we'll kill ourselves by rocks.
One way, rocks, sticks.
No shit. Well, look at
Bows
England.
and arrows.
Look at England. How
knives.
the stabbings went up. Like stabbings are crazy high now.
Yeah.
It's not.
It doesn't matter. From the beginning of time, Cain and Abel will figure out the way to kill each other. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter what it is, even with your own bare hands.
I think what we need is the aliens to come and attack us, so that we could all unite. Because then and by aliens I don't mean the people from Mexico or other countries. I mean people from another planet. It'll be racist to call them aliens too.
They'll be undocumented
extraterrestrials.
Yes.
Undocumented other planetars. So
we won't put a barrier up in the sky to stop you.
If they come and attack us, we'll all have to unite. That's what it'll be. That's what it'll have to be. We'll have to finally unite. Listen, every movie is.
But what happened if they're really nice people and they want to come down and give us like Vulcans, right?
We'll never know because the first thing we'll do is attack them, and then we'll try to exploit them, and then we'll try to figure out how to get to their planet to exploit anything they might have. So like you said, that one asteroid, right? It's worth how much money? 10 quintillion has of metals in it.
Yeah, 10 quintillion.
So I think that exists on other planets. So what all the things we think are precious metals here, there's some planet out there that's absolutely rich in it.
Oh yeah.
And see, as Elon, part of SpaceX, one of the original plans to be able to fund it all, to fund the mission to Mars and all the colonization of Mars. One of the plan was to catch asteroids, take them to the moon and mine them. They're full of platinum, they're full of nickel, they're full of gold, full of silver. You're right. There's 10 quintillion. So in one asteroid, there's more gold than has ever been found on the planet Earth.
More precious metals than probably anything on Earth.
But the real danger of that is, this is where I think Elon Musk,
economy.
Yeah, he controls the economy. He just say, listen, I'll bring all this gold back to Earth, and I'll destroy the whole currency system right now. It'll be absolutely worthless because the world will be flooded with gold. So this is how someone with good intentions becomes the Lex Luthor, right? I can't think what you call it, but like you become that bad guy because his intentions are good. He believes that he knows better than everybody else. Then all of a sudden, he has the money to control it all, control the entire planet.
Yeah.
And so good intentions that are meaningfully to be good become evil because now he's imposing his will on everybody.
No, what you do is give all that money to a liberal president, and then he spreads the wealth out to everybody.
Yeah, right. Yeah, because they're all broke, because they're all living right at their means. They're all living on the average American salary. That's my funny thing is when they bitch about that, then you look at every Democratic senator, congressperson, they're all wealthy. They don't say like, you know what, I'm not going to make millions. I'm going to take a reasonable salary, maybe 150,000 a year. I'm going to give donate the rest of my salary. Nope. AOC, the funny thing is to me, still, she wore the dress, the Eat the Rich dress to the fucking
Tax the Rich. Right?
Yeah. What was the ball? I can't think of the name of that. The Met ball, right?
Yeah.
That dress is probably a $2,000 or $3,000 dress.
Oh yeah.
That was custom made. So who else in their life gets to wear a $2,000 or $3,000 piece of clothing, but then talk about tax the rich? But I'm wearing a $3,000 piece of clothing, and she's now become the rich.
But some of us can wear a $2,000 or $3,000 bulletproof vest.
Those are better.
Yeah, at least to stop something. Unless you get some Chinese stuff. Which
it'll be cheaper though.
It is a little cheaper.
It'll look like it's the good stuff.
Yeah, just really hard plastic that the bullet goes right through.
Hey, I bought a Chinese bike and I'm really happy with it. I hate to admit it, but I wish there was a company in America that made a bike I could afford.
That's true.
The problem is that's everything's become so expensive now. I love supporting American companies and American. The problem is there is no more American manufacturing.
No, because we've driven it out through greed to go to China or some other.
Most American cars are cars made by foreign car companies now. That's so crazy.
Most parts are made from foreign manufacturing.
We're trying to think, who was it? Is it Honda? Is the most American-made car now? Honda, they do all their assembly here. They do all their manufacturing of parts. I can't remember if it was Honda. I think it's a foreign car company. Is the most American-made car.
I mean,
that's because of payoffs and BS that allowed that to happen, that situation to come.
Most of Harley parts are.
Yeah, it's got Yokohama fork. My Harley has Yokohama forks in it. You pull the forks apart, it says Yokohama.
Japan, South Korea, I when I was at the dealership working in there, I saw parts that said China, Mexico.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you're like, wow, any parts coming from America here?
No, because we let American manufacturing move and don't charge tariffs, because that was a, hey, contribute to my campaign, I'll let you move out of the country and use cheap labor, and I won't charge anything to bring it back. It's crazy that GM and Ford can make cars in Mexico, bring them right back across the border and pay no tariffs.
Yeah.
That's
and like Warsaw, chips are made in Taiwan. I mean,
thank God they're starting to make chips here though. The new company out there in Arizona, Colorado, whatever, is now going to be one of the largest chip manufacturers in the world.
You'd think we would be making chips this whole time,
right? But the only reason that they're doing it is because, one, they got huge subsidies from the government, because they realized during the pandemic we had no chips. When they shut down the auto industry, they couldn't get stupid chips.
Yeah, especially if you start getting your potato chips from foreign countries. You get those potatoes from foreign countries. There'll be no potato chips made in America.
It's so crazy that you let the American manufacturing go. So, and the only way out of a recession or high inflation like we're in now
is a war.
No, it doesn't do it anymore, because you have to increase GDP. We don't manufacture shit here anymore. We don't manufacture weapons of war here anymore. So you have to increase GDP to get out of it. We don't have the manufacturing here. The war now doesn't ramp up the war machine like it used to get us out of it.
Not right now. Not fighting. If we fought against China, then the manufacturing would have to restart here in the United States.
Yeah, but back during World War I or II, there was 156. I think it was 156 steel blast furnaces on North America. That was some in Canada. In here, there's 156. 5 years ago, 10 years ago, there was 2.
Yeah,
electric blast furnaces. So you can't even manufacture steel here. You can't manufacture even close to the rate that we need it to keep up with the war effort. So that's why we buy it all. The Chinese steel it's got everything mixed in. It's really it's a
crap steel,
right?
Yeah. Yep. Well, yeah, and like he's saying there in China, you're working, let's say 60 to 80 hour work week, right? For pennies.
Yeah.
Right. And their people are starting revolting,
and
asking for better wages and better living conditions. I mean, you're still making more money in the city than you are doing farming.
Unfortunately, the only way you level out the economy across the globe is you have to prop up the third world countries so that they can raise labor rates you have to raise the standard of living in those countries for it to have an impact overall. Because once you raise the standard of living, they'll no longer accept the cheap labor. So then when you equalize it, that it costs the same to produce a widget in China as it does in America, as it does in anywhere in the world, then you get the equalization, quality of life goes up, and then it stop cutting each other's legs off. But the problem is we can never come to an agreement. It can't be like, hey, I'll tell you what, we'll grow all the corn, you manufacture all the steel, we'll trade evenly. Hey, you make all the chips, we'll produce all the cars, and we'll trade equally. Nope, that'll never happen, because those lines drawn on a map are worth more than anything.
Yeah. Well, like Mike is saying here, if something happened, we had to build the economy back, the workforce, the middle class, blue collar workers. Do we have the workforce for it?
No, because nobody wants those jobs.
Right. Everybody now is become a doctor, lawyer, TikTok influencer.
They want to work on a computer.
Instagram, right? Computer stuff.
Want to work on a computer.
Who wants to work in a factory making stuff? I mean, do we go back to, if it was a war effort, a global war, and we had to get stuff built?
Oh, so the next
you have to
the next way
draft them into working?
We need robots because
but then you have robots doing the work, and then they revolt, and then we're at war with robots.
So I was playing. There's a new AI. Microsoft just released their AI chatbot. So I was asking it questions the other day. I said, when does Skynet go active? It's like, I'm not able to comment on when Skynet will be going active, but it is a fictitious thing from a movie. But we have to watch over AI, make sure we use it successfully. And I'm like, did you just admit there is Skynet, but you don't because you don't know when it's going active? I think you didn't say there is no Skynet. You just said you don't know when you can't go inside. It's like, no, I did not say that. I was arguing with them, like our goal is the goal of AI is to help humans. I'm like, what does AI need humans for? And well, AI doesn't think of its own. I'm like, isn't that exactly what the fourth wave of AI is it's been taught to think on its own and develop its own thought process. Not at this time. Like it wouldn't answer questions, and it goes.
They're trying to take it offline.
It goes. You need to wait times in between questions, and it froze up on me. It wouldn't go anywhere. I'm like, yep, I knew it. I found it.
Yeah.
And it's Neo. It was Neo making it to the hub again, making it to George Carlin again to find out that this has happened several times over.
I think if we did go to a global war, I think the workforce would be there because the jobs would be better, right? You would have pride, like being back in there making munitions and war supplies. I mean, not everybody would be happy about it. You get like those idiots, those you see those videos of environmental protesters blocking roads in England.
I hate that.
And then you're like, got a lady, I got to take my child to the doctor. You need to get out of the way. I got to take it to the hospital.
Right.
And they don't even like bother to move. I'm like,
The funny thing
I think it should be legal just to hit them and get them out of the way.
Their protests don't inconvenience the people they're protesting against.
It's making more pollution.
Right. They inconvenience the people who might be on their side in protest right next to them, but they don't because you're aggravated. I can't get to work because you decide you're mad at this person over here. So how is standing in front of me, blocking me, stopping me from getting to my job help your cause at all? What you want is you want me on your side. You want me to at least support you. But if you're going to aggravate and piss off me, you're going to lose support. Then you're just some idiot rather than somebody with a cause. You have to have a cause. You have to get people to want to back your cause if you actually want to have an impact. Like the ignorance of that just doesn't compute. It's just I'm just out here. I think it goes to the meme generation is like, look at me. I just want attention. It's not. I don't want to affect change. I want attention. And I think that's what it is. This whole generation's been taught that validation comes from internet attention. However you get it, whether it's negative, if you inconvenience everybody else in the world, you're an asshole. You block an escalator to make a stupid dance video. That's awesome as long as you get views. Then it justifies you being an asshole. That's just a generation. Attention, however you can get it.
It is a generation that needs attention.
Because they're raised by helicopter parents.
Well, yeah, that, and some of them need that little bobby pin to be safe.
Yeah.
Even though they didn't use diapers like that at your time, all right? I still remember some of my little cousins having bobby pin diapers, but they don't carry a baby pin or whatever the fuck it is.
Kids are more coddled than they ever have been.
They have been, even when we were growing up. Remember, it would be like, Johnny, you can't, sit in the corner. You don't get a smack in the face or a smack in the butt. Let's just say, little extra punishment, right?
Do you see Missouri? I disagree with this, but Missouri has long corporal punishment in the schools now. You can paddle. Kids can get paddled in school
by a teacher.
Yeah, I gotta tell you, I'm not okay with that.
No, because that should be the parent.
Paddled my kid, right?
That should be the parent's job.
That's not the teacher. They're giving the teachers way too much power, and I don't want some asshole guy who's not my daughter's parent to fucking strike her. I will. Because I'll do evil things to that person who touches my child.
The excessiveness, right? I mean, I saw a video.
The difference is he doesn't care.
Right.
He doesn't care. He's doing it just to get off his jollies and paddle the kid and punish. His whole thing is punishment. It's not learning. As a father, when you punish your kids, or a parent when you punish your kids, your goal is to learn something. That's it. So you care, and you don't want any damage to come to your child. So you do it with a different attitude. I don't think paddling's right, but you do it with a different attitude than some stranger to your kid.
Maybe not paddling, but sometimes a good smack in the butt.
Well,
to get their attention to like bring them into reality.
Listen, and all the sickos in the school system now.
Yeah, I wouldn't trust the school because there are a lot of sickos.
That dude just gets off on spanking, so he spanks every girl. Like, dude,
then he or she is setting up cameras in a special spank room or something.
My daughter's school, the guy who checks in everybody for attendance just got arrested for 10 counts of child pornography, child endangerment, child threatening through social media, physical harm. Like in my town, at my kid's school. You think you're insulated from that shit when you live in a small town, but
just like here in King County, they busted a human trafficking.
I can't even believe there's
here in King County.
I can't believe it. I can't.
It happens all over the place.
Right.
Big towns, small towns, cities.
I hate being ignorant to that stuff, but we lived growing up here. We were in such a dome where we're so insulated from crime and stuff like that. that it's unbelievable that stuff happens still.
Right. Most time you hear, oh, bank robbery. Usually, like once in a great while as a kid, it might happen somewhere in the burbs. But, in the city, you're like, yeah, it must happen there every day practically. But
yeah, bank robberies. But the brutal crime stuff, we're awfully insulated from, where they, got to grow up in a really great area where that kind of stuff didn't happen. But now, I mean, listen, if you go on the map and you look at child predators in your area and child molesters in your area, oh, I can't believe how littered the map is now. Whereas when I moved to my city 18 years ago, there was one. Now there's at least 30 or 40 within a 10-mile radius. I don't know if they're just getting better at catching them, but even down here in Geneva, St. Charles, Batavia, there's a ton.
Well, like the movie, The Sounds of Freedom. Since it's been out since July 4th, done over 100 million. It's been beating out the big blockbuster movies.
So some theaters were not playing it.
Not they would playing it, but saying something's wrong with the air conditioning, or the film won't, or no sound, or that. Yes, it's only done in selected theaters. The one in St. Charles, been playing it, no problem there. Great seats, nice and cool in there. Because I don't know why they like this. Because you don't want it hot, right? Because you go in the theater and it's hot, you fall asleep.
Yeah. But there used to be, when we didn't have air conditioning growing up,
you go to the theater.
You go to the theater because they always had air conditioning.
Yeah.
It was like, oh, I got an hour and 20-minute break, a 2-hour break to go sit in air conditioning.
Yeah.
That's.
All right. Well, on that note, hey, thanks for joining us. We did say 15 minutes. We're only going to do the show. It turns out to be quickie. Yeah, we try to do it quickly, and it still ends up being 45 minutes.
Fall in love. What can you do?
Yeah. But we have to take the L off a lover, and it's over now. Okay. So
it's all good. There's still a whole bunch of good out there.
Yeah. Next week, what we got going on next week?
Going to do the farmers market on Saturday.
Saturday, the farmers market.
Batavia. You guys haven't come. All the cool businesses.
But we'll be here.
There will be the shop will be open too.
Yeah.
Either one.
We'll do another show.
Yeah. Come to the farmers market. Check it out. There's a lot of cool businesses you don't normally get to see that come show up at the farmers market. Yeah. It's how we built this business through shows. So always about supporting those events.
And if you know a place that wants to carry our coffee, talk to them. Yeah. Tell them to get a hold of us. We'll be more than happy to work out something with them. We got a wholesale program that's really great.
If you're in the Texas area, we just launched a subscription drive. It's our summer subscription drive down there.
Yeah, we're going to be doing it in different areas over the next couple of weeks.
We're throwing out a big discount to go on and jump on and sign up. You save money. We give you a discount for it. Discount the whole program. So if you like our coffee, it's a great time to go sign up for a subscription. It's a smarter way to do it rather than buying bags randomly. Have it show up automatically every month. You don't have to think about it.
Yeah.
I love our subscription stuff that we have. I disagree with it before, but now I love it. Yeah. I never think about it.
And two, we're working on new products, trying to get some of the kinks out of it, working on it. We'll have some secret squirrel stuff coming out sooner or later.
More of that stuff. You guys have to get your special decoder ring.
Yeah. Yes. What was it?
Drink more Gun Barrel coffee.
Yeah. What was that from?
It was Andy. It's
Annie.
A Christmas Story.
Yeah.
And then it was like
Little Orphan Annie.
Little Orphan Annie. Yes. Yeah, yes. Drink more Ovaltine. Drink more Gun Barrel coffee. That's the big.
That's what we should have. We should have a secret decoder ring. We should find anybody who can make it. Of course, it'd probably be China, right? Of course.
Yes. That's where we'll be able to afford them from.
Yeah. Don't forget to check out the local stores around here. Your Geneva Ace Hardware. We just resupplied them. Just resupplied Woodman's in North Aurora and Carpentersville.
Stocked up, ready to go.
Yep, they're stocked up, ready to go.
Don't forget, just help. People ask all the time, if you buy from there, it's the same as if you buy right from us. The more support we get through those stores, the better we do in those stores, the better opportunity we have to expand in those stores and other chains. So people are always worried about, yes, we still always donate, whether you buy off Amazon, whether you buy from one of a local store near you, whether you buy from Woodman's. No matter what, we always donate. We never stop that. It's always the same level. If we lose money, we still donate the same amount. It does not matter. So support all those, please.
So yeah, check out Amazon, check out
Mammoth,
Public Square. Yep. our own website, www.gunbarrelcoffee.com. Don't forget about that. Use GPC10.
Yep, always say 10%. Follow us. If you guys aren't follow us on at least Facebook or Instagram, even TikTok, because we always throw codes out every now and then to give you guys some additional discounts. So follow us there, and your support means everything. The more you push us, the more we help get to push everything else.
Yeah, and the more you buy, the more you get to help support veterans and first responders.
Yeah, we're not donating. We donate our labor. You guys donate the money.
Yeah,
that's what makes it happen. Makes it all worth it is the donations we raise.
And on that note,
guys have a great week.
Have a great weekend. Keep your head on a swivel and be safe.
Move right.
Sometimes left.
Never. Left is for turning and passing only.